happening right now? I don't know.
Let's try and leave and see what happens.
Wow, that's an expensive door.
From the studio that brought you Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and Madagascar.
Hi, I'm George Beard, and this is my best friend Harold Hutchins.
We just make comics and try to make each other laugh.
And this old guy is Mr. Crup.
George! Harold!
He's the worst principal in the world.
Ever since you've attended this school, you've been responsible for one prank after another.
Some of those must have been really hard to pull off.
Like that tiger?
Oh, that tiger was crazy.
Ah! I told you I would get you one day. I'm going to have you two placed in separate classes. We're going to annihilate your friendship.
George, do something.
Put the pen down, Mr. Crup, or we'll hypnotize you.
It's not me.
What's happening?
I don't know. When I snap my fingers, you will obey our every command. You are now the amazing Captain Underpants!
Tra-la-la!
I honestly didn't think that would happen.
This summer,
Come, sidekick!
We gotta stop him.
What?
Out of the road, bozo! Why, thank you, vehicle person. Ow!
Yep, we should probably go get him.
their greatest creation.
Captain Underpants, you can't actually fly!
I take to the sky like an ostrich!
Wow, he is super dumb.
Is now their biggest problem.
Stand down, you monster! Tra-la-la! I think I'm starting to tire him out!
Based on the worldwide phenomenon.
Hiya, class. I'm your cool new teacher, not some scary guy with a secret evil agenda.
Guys, I totally got this.
Yeah, totally, he's got it.
Kevin Hart, Ed Helms, Thomas Middleditch, Nick Kroll.
When it's cut all together like that, you really get a sense of the scope.
DreamWorks Captain Underpants.
Poor soul, you're trapped in some sort of invisible box-like prison.
Is it okay that I'm kind of loving this?
Yes and no.
I will set you free!
Oh, but mostly yes. He'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? What's the worst that could happen? Did we just create a superhero? I don't trust that guy. Oh, this is going to be epic. Best prank ever! Quiet vibes, quiet vibes. Oh, that tiger was crazy.
Tra-la-la!
Are you worried about impending doom? Those evil villains got you filled with gloom. But don't you fear, there's a hero in the sky, the sky.
He's still a work in progress.
It's not a bird and it's not a plane. And it's not an egg salad sandwich. It's the waistband warrior. Here is mighty battle cry.
Tra-la-la!
Hey, watch out, crime! It's Wedgie Power time! Na-na-na-na-na, Captain Underpants, yeah, yeah, yeah!
Faster than a speeding waistband!
He's busting down doors! We're wearing just his drawers! Na-na-na-na-na, Captain Underpants, yeah, yeah,
Oh boy, more powerful than boxer shorts!
His name is... I'm saying... Oh yeah, that's how my likely chance! Captain Underpants is his name! Snap your fingers and you'll be right there. That freaky bald dude in his underwear. He'll drop his trousers and he'll fight to save the day.
Wow, he is super dumb.
There he goes in his dashing cape. Here he comes in his tiny whities. All the bad guys soil themselves every time they hear him say
Tra-la-la!
Hey, who's that hunk? He's a cotton pea trunk. Na-na-na-na-na, Captain Underpants, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now it is time to fly again!
Suspend your disbelief. You'll see the world in his briefs. Na-na-na-na-na, Captain Underpants, yeah, yeah.
Here, let me help. You're welcome.
I'm saying, check out that superhero stance. Captain Underpants is his name.
Stand down, puppy pants!
He's Captain.
Hang on, sidekicks!
Stands. Captain Underpants is his name.
We have to turn him back into Crup.
I know, but can we just take a moment to acknowledge what's happening here, please? I mean, Captain Underpants is hanging out in our treehouse.
Well, a hero's work is never done. Now it is time to fly again.
No.
Where am I? Ah, where are my pants?
Oh no, he's Crup again.
Ah! Tra-la-la!
That's it. Now we know what turns them back and forth.
Turns who what? Why am I soaking wet?
Cool.
Hey! Tra-la-la!
We should probably stop.
Yeah, we probably should.
Stop doing this! Tra-la-la! I am Captain... What are you doing? Hello? Well, hello! What's happening? Fear not! Ah! Didn't know I could do this. Hey, sidekick! Ah! Hey! No! This morning's school sign is supposed to read, "Sewage plant field trips are today." So can either of you explain why it now reads, "Come see my hairy armpits"? I know you two are responsible.
How? How do you know? Do you have any proof?
Ever since you've attended this elementary school, you've been responsible for one prank after another.
A lot of pranks.
Yeah, when it's cut all together like that, you really get a sense of the scope.
Some of those must have been really hard to pull off.
And dangerous, like that tiger.
Oh, that tiger was crazy.
Ah! What is this? Poor soul. You're trapped in some sort of invisible, box-like prison. What's that? I can't hear you, but I see your tears.
Is it okay that I'm kind of loving this?
Yes and no, but mostly yes.
Fear not, I will set you free.
Ow!
Ow! What is wrong with you? Oh, that's better. I can hear you now.
Sorry. We're so sorry.
Okay, listen, let's not be punching people though, because...
Hold it! Here, let me help. You're welcome, madam.
Wow, he is super dumb.
What's this? Why, it's the paperwork to separate you two. It's really incredible. I can actually see the end of your friendship.
George, do something.
Put the pen down, Mr. Crup, or we'll hypnotize you.
Start making.
What's happening?
I don't know. When I snap my fingers, you will obey our every command. You are now the amazing Captain Underpants!
Tra-la-la! Come, sidekick!
We gotta stop him.
Why?
Why, thank you, vehicle person.
Yep, we should probably go get him.
Now, where did I put that resume? Nope, not that. Oh, this thing. Aha! Here we go.
Says here you're a science teacher?
Not exactly.
But you have teaching experience.
Oh, no, I can't say that I do.
Not even like babysitting?
I would never sit on a baby.
I'm getting a really good vibe about you.
Now hold on, let me see that resume. It says here that you were a genius inventor?
Mad genius inventor.
And then for the last few years, you've been in a very dark place, and your title was Revenge Seeker?
Yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. But honestly, kid smiles brighten my heart and fill me with a joy-adjacent feeling.
Well, you seem terrific. You're hired.
What?
Tell us a little bit about your character, George. Do you have a friendship in real life like the one that George and Harold have?
Do I have a friendship in real life like the one that Harold and George have? Yes. You know, I think everybody needs a yin to their yang. I definitely have one. My character George is, I think we've got similarities. You know, he's a great person, great heart, loves to laugh. Imagination is through the roof. He's a great storyteller. These are all things that I have. He can also play too much at times and not know when to pull back, and that's a quality that I have as well. So I can say that all around the board, I think all arrows and T's are crossed and I's are dotted that would say that we're very, very close. And shouts out to my guy, Harry. That's my yin to my yang, my guy.
Were you familiar with the book series prior to being cast? What was your first reaction to the script?
I wasn't familiar with the book prior. After the idea of doing the movie was brought up is when I familiarized myself and got it and read it. And not it was a couple of them that I actually read. And then after that, with the script, to see where they took the script and how the script was developed based off of the foundation that was already built off of Captain Underpants, I thought it was good. You know, putting us in a room to not only read it but read it with each other was a really cool experience. And you know, we got to improv, we got to go back and forth, and it just elevated the material.
What was your biggest challenge playing the roles of such beloved character?
My biggest challenge, you know, the biggest challenge is making sure that you stay in that kid space throughout the whole thing, because you're going in, then you don't come back in for like another 2 months, and then you got to remember the tone that you had and where you were, and then you got to leave again and you come back in another 3 months. So it was just the constant back and forth and battle with just remembering where your tone was so you can keep it throughout the film.
Were you able to improvise any of your lines?
Yes, I improvised a lot of my lines. I don't think you can have me in any project and not allow me to throw some Kevin in there every now and again.
The power of friendship is a central theme in the film. What do you think parents and kids can take away from the movie?
You know, parents and kids. For one, I think just support. You know, when you have a kid that uses their imagination at the level that these two kids do, you should just applaud it. You know, you should embrace it. At the end of the day, those kids are tomorrow's leaders, you know, or creators and inventors. So I think that's definitely an important message. Also, laughing. Laughing is universal. Laughing is necessary. It's not something that should be frowned upon in any way, shape, or form. So for this particular film, I think understanding that, but also finding a balance as to when the laughter should be cut off, because sometimes that's where a kid has problems. You know, it's just fun, not knowing when to cut it off. I think they do a great job of realizing that, okay, maybe we should find a good balance and cut it off here so we don't have the problems that we had when we were there.
And last question, do you like to play pranks on your friends and family?
I don't like to play pranks. I love to play pranks on friends and family. I am a prankster. Even at the age 37, I'm still willing to have a good prank every now and again. Nothing is funnier to me than putting people in uncomfortable situations. As you get older, the pranks get better, and I can now afford to do amazing pranks, like take people's tires off their cars and not tell them when they come out and their cars on cinder blocks, and say, all right, well, I'm going to leave. You got to figure this out. And then let them figure out that their car tires are in the trunk. Things like that. We're very silly when we do movies. Very, very silly, but it's fun.
Get over here! Yes! Okay. I told you I would get you one day. Stand down, you monster! Ha! I think I'm starting to tire him out! Did someone say my name? Did someone say Underpants? This sounds like an adventure for Captain Underpants. This sounds like an adventure for Captain Underpants! I fear no evil, and I wear no pants. It's time for my greatest adventure yet. Off with my pants. Nothing I can't handle. He must be stopped. Nonsense. Too much wind resistance. I fight for truth, justice, and all things that are pre-shrunken cottony. For I am the amazing Captain Underpants. Tra-la-la. Underpants, check. Captain, also check. Never underestimate the power of underwear. Now I take to the sky like an ostrich. I have come to save the day. Come, sidekicks, evil lurks within. Oh, that's good.
Let's start out by you telling us about the character you play. Was it a challenge to portray two distinct personalities in Principal Crup and Captain Underpants?
So I play Captain Underpants, but also Principal Crup. And it's really fun to get to play two different characters, especially characters that are so different. Truthfully, they're the same character. It's just like Clark Kent and Superman. It's a guy who turns into another guy. So Principal Crup is sort of the worst part of ourselves. He's evil. He's angry, he's judgmental, he's suspicious. And then, on the other hand, Captain Underpants is kind of the best of ourselves, the best of humanity in a way. He's joyful and confident, and he's not very bright, but he just loves the world and loves people and wants justice for everyone, and I love that. I think there's something really fun about that. I would walk out of recording sessions in a better mood just from being in that mindset.
Were you familiar with the book series prior to your casting?
I was not familiar with the book series before getting involved in this project. I was aware of it, but I'd never read any of the books. Once I dove into the world of Captain Underpants and all of Dave Pilkey's incredible books, it was really cool to see that the potty humor, which is kind of what it's known for, is really just an entry point. It's like a Trojan horse into this really rich and sophisticated universe of storytelling and wonderful themes of friendship and creativity and support and taking responsibility for your actions. All these things that I think are really wonderful and poignant.
What was the biggest challenge of playing the roles of such beloved characters?
Well, it was a little terrifying taking on Captain Underpants just because he is so beloved by so many millions of kids everywhere, and former kids who are now adults and have real strong opinions about how Captain Underpants should be portrayed. I was very reassured when I found out that Dave Pilkey loves the movie. That to me was like the ultimate stamp of approval. However, I'm not going to feel really great about it until audiences judge for themselves and see if we did it right. I think we did. I'm so proud of it, and I love it. But I hope the fans love it.
Were you able to improvise some of your lines?
So I've done a number of animated movies, and usually you just sort of get put in a booth and you do your lines and that's it. This was a really unusual and pretty wonderful movie because the director, David Soren, got us all together for a table read a couple of times, and then we did some recording sessions together with the other actors, and that allowed us to really kind of hear each other and understand what the dynamics would be and tap into each other's sensibilities in a way. And then even more so, David encouraged us to write jokes and improvise lines and riff on our characters. And so I think we all have a little bit greater sense of personal ownership or in personal investment in this movie because we got to collaborate in a much deeper way than most animated movies.
And the last question, the power of friendship is a central theme in the film. What do you think parents and kids can take away from the movie?
The power of friendship is a very central theme to the movie. I think there's a lot embedded in this movie. In addition to some ridiculous comedy and just out there crazy fun jokes and action sequences, there's like Captain Underpants to me represents joy and positivity. You know, he's just a relentlessly benevolent spirit as a character, and it's a reminder that we can always choose to be more positive. We don't have to be cynical or judgmental. We can come at the world with more positive energy, and I think that Captain Underpants is positive energy.